Here we go, an exciting quiz to do. We've got a lovely um, picture of Jurgen Klopp there with a lot of teeth. We've got a confused looking Gordon Strachan and we've got Jose Mourinho. Can you guess some of these ridiculous football excuses? So, this quiz includes bad weather, loud animals, and a fair bit of petty deflection. And this is from someone called Sam Harris. So, when playing football, no one likes to lose, but if we ever do, we can always find solace in the fact that it was not our fault. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see anyway. There's Wenger throwing his bottle on the floor. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, first one up. What did Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp blame his side's 0-0 draw at Everton in the Merseyside derby this season? Okay. Tight socks, a black cat, or wind? Surely it's got to be wind, hasn't it? I mean, tight socks. I don't remember that. And actually, I've got a feeling. Was it at Goodison Park? There was a cat that came onto the pitch. I've got a feeling it might have been the black cat. Let's see. Oh no, that makes me look ridiculous now because I got that wrong. It was for wind. I'm sure somewhere this season a cat went onto the pitch or it went onto the back of a stand or something. It might have been at a lower league club in the FA Cup. I can't remember now. But anyway, I look like a fool now. Let's see. German manager said after the game, the wind came from all different directions. It didn't help any football play, especially when the ball was in the air. Yes, wind tends to do that, Jurgen. But he has got a point, hasn't he, Klopp? It would affect a team more so if they're very skillful on the ball, because it would affect the way they play. Teams who play hoofball, it wouldn't affect them quite as much. But anyway, that's disappointing. There's a picture. There's Barry Fry. He once blamed a supposed curse for his side not winning, but what did he do in order to try to get rid of it? Prayed in the centre circle, put crystals in the changing room, or urinated in all four corners of the pitch. Now, I've got I've read Jimmy Bullard's book and he speaks about Barry Fry, and I'm sure he mentioned this in it. I've got a feeling it might be something as gross as urinating in all four corners of the pitch. Correct. There we go. So let's see. Yes, he really did urinate in all four corners of St Andrews. He was holding it in whilst he waddled round the pitch. Lovely. And there's Kenny Dalglish. What did former Newcastle manager Kenny Dalglish say was wrong with the balls in the Magpies' 1-1 draw with lowly Stevenage in the 1998 FA Cup? The colour, wrong size, or too bouncy? I don't think it'd be wrong size because the balls all have to be the same size, don't they? You don't get different size balls um, in professional games. Could be for colour. Too bouncy. You know what? I can imagine Kenny Dalglish saying the ball was too bouncy, and that is right. He said balls were too bouncy. Yes, really bouncy. Here we go. Martin Yole. What food was said to cause Martin Yole's Spurs players to fall unwell and miss out on a Champions League spot back in the 2005-6 campaign? And I remember this. They lost 2-1 at West Ham, I think, and Arsenal leapfrogged them into that fourth place. And food poisoning for Tottenham players were said to have got food poisoning before the game, and that was the excuse. I don't think it's macaroni cheese. Could it be lasagna or spaghetti carbonara? I think it's lasagna. There we go. The infamous lasagna gate. dodgy pasta dinner which gave a bunch of Spurs first team players food poisoning on the eve of a clutch game against West Ham. There we go. And as I said it, West Ham won 2-1 and Arsenal leapfrogged them. Here we go. Jurgen Klopp. He's back again. What did he blame for Liverpool's 2-2 draw with already relegated West Bromwich Albion last season? Pitch was too green, grass was too long, or the pitch was too dry. And I don't remember this one. The pitch was too green. It's probably more likely to be green when it's sunny. The sun shining on it. Grass was too long. I don't think it'd be that because it could. Pitch was too dry. It can't be that it's too dry because you get dry pitches all the time when it's sunny. Pitch was too green. I just can't see that. Grass was too long. I can just see Jurgen Klopp saying that. So we go for grass was too long. No, pitch was too dry. Crazy. Telling them to enjoy their dry turf in England's second tier. If you do it like West Brom, the ball is constantly in the air and you do not need a wet pitch. But that is how it is and we have to deal with that. Yeah, I don't know if he was joking when he said that, but surely he was. Okay, who are these? This is here we go. What animal did Ukrainian defender Vladislav Vazchuk say kept the national team up before their match against Spain in the 2006 World Cup? And I remember Spain winning that game 4-0. Birds, foxes, or frogs? Birds would be a bit of an obvious answer, wouldn't it? And foxes. Frogs would be the out there answer, but is it going to be frogs? The 2006 World Cup was held in Germany. Frogs is a ridiculous answer, so I'm going to go with that. And there we go, it is right. He was not a fan of the rivets that were loud enough to hear through the windows and keep him and his teammates awake all night. We all agreed that we would take some sticks and go and hunt them, he said after the game. Nice. And here's Gordon Strachan. What did he say was the reason for his side not qualifying for the World Cup last year? The squad's looks, the squad's height, or the squad's talent? It can't be the squad's looks, unless he was joking. And he's very sarcastic and dry, isn't he? The height, are they a very small team? I don't think of them as a very small team. Squad's talent, that's the most logical, isn't it? Because that is where they're lacking. I'm going to go with squad's talent, and it's wrong. It is for squad's height. If you're not over 6 foot tall, Gordon says you're not going to the World Cup. What about Barcelona? Even though they weren't in for World Cup, but at club level, they had Messi. They had a lot of players. Xavi, Iniesta. They were not tall players. Genetically, we are behind. Maybe we get big women and men together and see what we can do. Interesting talk from the 5'6" Scottish manager. It is. And here's Italy defender Christian Panucci, and he blamed something, an item of clothing, for his subpar performance in a 0-0 draw with Denmark at Euro 2004. And I remember watching that tournament. Italy were knocked out in the group stages as Denmark and Sweden went through. Material of his socks, material of his shorts, or material of his boots? Why would he blame for material of his socks? What effect could that have in his shorts? It's got to be his boots, hasn't it? No, his socks. I had blisters on my heels at the end of the game. The thread that these socks were made with is too rough. Well, what about all the other games he's played? Why did he have to change his socks for that game? Sounds a bit like sour grapes to me. Oh, here he is again. Klopp. Clippity Klopp. What did he blame this time for Liverpool's 1-1 home draw against Leicester this season? The Anfield atmosphere, Harry Maguire winning every header, or snow? Um, it was only a month or two ago, wasn't it? And I don't remember snow, so I don't think it can be that, unless I have a very short memory. The Anfield atmosphere, I can't see him blaming for fans, so I think it's going to be Harry Maguire winning every header. Oh no, it is snow. I don't even remember it snowing, and I live near Liverpool. Well, it wasn't snowing where I was, or it must have been very short term. In England, people are not used to it, but in Germany, you give shovels to all the people, even those in the stands. They come on the pitch and help you, and they have 15 minutes to clear it. Okay, Jurgen. Here he is, Jose Mourinho. So, when he was manager of Real Madrid in 2011, why did he say his side lost to arch rivals Barcelona? Now, I can imagine Mourinho saying something pretty outlandish, something really ridiculous. And we've got for choices a lack of cones, lack of water bottles, or lack of ball boys. Which one could he get away with? I mean, lack of cones, that's not really relevant to the actual match, is it? Um, Maybe for training beforehand, but I can't. I don't think it'd be that. Lack of water bottles, maybe if they're a bit dehydrated, but then that would be something for Barcelona to complain about as well. I think lack of ball boys, because say Barcelona wasting time. I don't know, kicking the ball out a lot. I don't remember the game at all. I didn't see it even. But if there was a lack of ball boys, it'd be quite slow getting the ball back into play. So I think maybe that, and it is correct. What I'm about to say is not a criticism, I'm just stating a fact. There were no ball boys in the second half, which is something typical of small teams when experiencing difficulty. Small teams. Right, okay then. Jose. Bit of a wind up merchant, isn't he? Is that it? 5 out of 10? I thought I got more than that. Mid table finish, just one dodgy lasagna short of a big performance. Well, thanks for that. If you like the video, give me a like, give it a like, and share it, whatever. And comment your thoughts. How many did you get out of 10? How many did you remember of these ridiculous statements made by managers? I found it fun. I hope you did too. And I'll be back soon with another video.